In the real world, you sometimes get mail addressed to someone else, but on the internet, it never happens that you ask for a website about cherry pie recipes and get someone else's website request for rear struts. So how does traffic on the internet get to you so reliably every time? When you click on a link to a website, your computer sends a request to a server someplace in the world to send you a copy of the website. The link contains a human-readable domain name. Unfortunately, your computer doesn't speak human, so it has to get this name translated into something it can read. This is a bunch of numbers called an IP address. First, it tries its own list of frequently used names, then asks your router if it has the address. If not, your router sends the question on to special servers called domain name servers. Sometimes the question gets shuttled around to several servers, but eventually someone has the IP address for the website you want and sends it back to your computer. Now that it has the address, it sends a request to get your website. This request includes the destination address and the return address of your computer. In a private system like Newport Wireless Mesh, your router computes the best route to a router which advertises itself as a path to the internet. This router sends a request to the network's gateway router. Here, your website request sheds its own private address and takes on the public address of the gateway router, plus another number. The gateway router records this pair of addresses for the return trip. Many routers forward the request along the way. They do this by matching the destination IP address with information sent to them by all the other routers around them. In making decisions, routers consider the length of the route, the quality of the connection, and if there are any dead ends or bottlenecks along the way. In addition, humans program the routers to factor in business agreements made by the companies who own the cables and equipment, which may require a router to choose a path that is not the most direct. Everything you've just seen takes place in only a few seconds. The return trip a website makes is even more amazing. More about that later.